Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to remove this from the truck. There's a little notch right here, so simply just take a small flathead screwdriver and just pry it out, and then one of these corners should pop out, and you can use a little pry tool to pick it out. And there's a little spring there and then a little one over here, so this corner comes out, this one will follow. Okay, so to take this apart, the first thing that's going to need to come out is this knob. You want to turn it all the way to the headlights and pop it out, and there's a little hole right there. There's my little stick. There's a little hole right there, and there's a little, like a little piece of plastic, a little hook that goes this way, so you're going to want to push it out that way. So you're going to need a really small, either a screwdriver or something, because you're going to want to push it that way. Well, let's see. Push it in, and then as you push it in, you want to pop it out. Oop, there he goes. See, I don't know if you can tell, but that's that little hook right there. After that comes out, the face should pop out, and that little hook might get caught a little bit. Yeah, see, it's getting caught up a little bit right there. We'll just push it in. There we go. Okay. So there are your bulbs. Let me see if you can see. I already swapped them out. This one down here is for the 4x4, the four-wheel drive, and then the one in the back, that's the main one that I replaced for this green burned out one. And this bottom one here was this yellow, ugly, amber colored looking one. So essentially there's two circuit boards. There's this side and then there's this side. Let's take this side off first. So you're going to want to push these pins out as you, there's these tabs right here. That one and that one you're going to want to lift from the inside. Well, you can do it from the outside. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, let's do it from the inside. Okay, I don't know why it works better on the inside. Pull this out. That's one circuit board. Put that to the side. That's the selector switch. Now this other one, also you're going to want to push from the back. Get you a pen to push the pins out that way. And those locking pins are way back here. You probably won't be able to see, but if you look down there, they're pushed against these metal tabs. So we'll have to go in there as you push out. I don't know why. It seems like if you start in this corner. Let me see if I can get a light in there. Chill. There it goes. And this whole assembly comes out. That's the, so this the body. Put that to the side. Is the second assembly. This little wheel, pop it out, put that to the side. There's a cover right here. So this little green bulb sits right here. Well, it used to sit back there. And it's important to get this right there. It has to be exactly right here, because when this slides in, I'm sorry, like this. When this slides in, it has to match right there. So it can't be any more this way or any more out. It has to be right there, so the light can be distributed to these. Next thing we're gonna do is remove this thing here. All of this is pretty easy. It has these little tabs. I don't even think you need a screwdriver. Just use your fingers, your thumbs. Okay, just be careful with that little thing. Just put it to the side. So the little green bulb is soldered, the pins come out on this side, and you're going to want to pop it out. You're going to want to get your solder and just put a little bit of solder on the tip, get a little bit of solder on those, and then just grab it and heat them up, kind of going back and forth, and it'll just pop out. Boom. And then I found that this is the best configuration for this. I'm not going to redo it, but I will show you how I bent it. I measured 10 volts coming across here, so with the LED resistor calculator, roughly this one's about a 510 ohm resistor that I'm using right here, and that should be enough. The important thing to note is that the positive is right here, and if you put any LEDs, you always have to be aware of where the positive. So the positive is on the outside, right there. When you look at an LED, the long leg, that's the positive. So you're gonna want to bend it. These work pretty well. We're gonna want to bend it that way, with the positive being on the outside. So as close as you can. Let's see how close I got. Yeah, I got real close. As close as you can to the body. You're gonna want to bend it. Bend them both in. About as close as you can get them. I got a little board here with just a little hole to show you what I did. And then let's see, as they're bent, you're gonna push them in, and they got your two solder points. So the first leg, you want to pin the first one, the one that doesn't have the resistor, first. That way it doesn't move on you. You just want to bend it all the way in like that, and then just hold it and hit it. Grab a little bit of solder and then just hit it and kind of spread it around, and then just let it sit for a little bit, and then it holds it. And once it holds it, you come in with your resistor and you tack it again. You tack so that's the first leg. Go ahead and it'll stick out. Go ahead and cut it, trim it out. Then take your resistor, and on the positive, as close as you can, go ahead and tack it. And once you tack it, this other leg, the positive, bend it out. So it's gonna look like. So once it's tacked, you're gonna tack. You're gonna bring these two, and you're gonna tack it right there. Little bit of solder. If you have flux, I recommend flux. Flux is fantastic. Flux lets the solder just flow. And so, right there. I don't know if you want to see it any closer than that. See if the camera picks it up. Be careful it doesn't touch down here or anything, which this one won't. It's pretty stiff. If you're worried about it touching another contact, you can always put a, what do they call that? Hot glue. Hot glue is a great isolator. It'll isolate that real good. So that's that one. This is probably the trickiest, because it has to be real tight. as close to that circle as you can, with the positive being out there. And once again, that's a 500 and I think it's a 550 or 510 resistor that I use, because I measure 10 volts. I went to the truck and I measured 10 volts. Okay, that's this one. That's the trickiest. The other one, for the four-wheel drive, it used to have this little I don't know, amber one, and I put a blue one. That one's blue, and that one's easy. That one's just come in with your soldering, and you just hit it and you just take it out. It just comes out, and then you just bend your other one, you put it in, and you're good to go. Okay, let's go ahead and reassemble it. Take our cover. So the hole that you came through, it actually holds a little pin, and you're gonna have to cut that little pin off. Just use your little nippers and just cut that little corner off, and that's it. That's the only, you're gonna have to modify it because that's just the way it is. So this one will go here. It'll just snap on. That's that one. This one only goes in one way. And then that one's just gonna go back and forth. Let's put it back in. Let's see. It'll slide like. Try to push it out, see if it comes out. That's pretty good. Okay. Put the other one back in. This one goes in this way. Okay, and there you go. And then just, let's put this face back. It's gonna be, you're just gonna push it right there. There you go. Once that's back on, take your knob, everything's working. There you go.